I'm so close when you burn in hell forever. I'm so close when you burn in hell forever.
man, the king, the god of this shit, Nick fucking Gage. You know how I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members around the world. And I want to let everybody know, Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution. Within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out the Blvd Bullies vs. the World. 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend. MDK all fucking day.
Oh, it's the man, the king, the god of the shit, Nick fucking Cage. You know, I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members. And I want to let everybody know Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend, MDK all fucking day.
I'm so close when you burn in hell forever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the longest running episodic podcast on this YouTube channel, the Blvd Bullies YouTube channel. Welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the Dub. Yo, Larry quit the show. Larry quit the fucking show. Shout out Zimzo. Shout out Rhinestone Cowboy. Shout out Alicia B. Kiki. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Why do I care? Why do I try? Larry quit the show. What did I do to him? I just asked him simply to show up before 7:10. And he said, you know what, Pat? This shit just ain't fun for me anymore. You alienated my friends from the UK. You always talk over me. And he says, you know, Pat, I think that you think that it's okay to just announce me as the BBC of independent wrestling, as the, sultan of fashion in all of independent wrestling. He says, you think you just because you call me a CZW Hall of Famer. All right, April Fools. You got me. You got me. It's April Fools. But I will tell you this. Larry did not quit the show, but he has quit attempting being on time. He has definitely quit attempting being on time. And today, I got a text from our boy. And this is how you know it's going to be really bad. He texted me at 7:03, running very behind. So usually, it's 7:03, and dude, I say the words call time like as if this was a show that mattered. But we're 160 weeks in. I mean, I feel like it matters, at the very least to me. And if you asked Larry, he would scream at you and me. He would scream at you and me both that if he's deciding to do it, it is important. So when I say the show is not important, it's because Larry shows up at 7:15. But then when I say that, Larry goes, how dare you say the show's not important? The show is important because I'm on it. I don't know. I'm so confused, guys. I'll tell you this. I've never received a running very behind text from Larry. So at 7:03, he said running very, very behind, which means I feel like, oh, wait a second. Wait a damn second.
Thank you.
Larry. By the way, shout out ZMZO. I'm smoking to Jeter. I'm smoking to Derek Jeter. And by the way, before we even talk about anything else, John fucking Richter, $25 super chat. Motherfucker got out early. I hope the new job is going well. How's the new job going? Hey, John, thanks for the super chat. How's the new job going? Larry.
What's up?
Turn your camera. Like flick it. You're vertical. You're still vertical. Huh, that's so strange. There we go.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
I can see that you're disheveled.
I wouldn't necessarily call me that.
What are you?
I don't know. Let's give a good example of disheveled. Let's see if I was like.
I mean, what you're physically expressing to me is either disheveled or some type of strange improv. Did you discover improv in Chicago? Second City?
Something like that. Although Chicago was 2 weekends ago, this past weekend was New Jersey.
I know, but maybe you discovered improv in Chicago, just kind of had an email correspondence, let it settle, and then just now you've decided I'm going to be an improv.
Well, I'll tell you what I didn't study in Chicago is my SAT hot words, and I know that what my appearance was not disheveled, but I gave a good example of what disheveled would look like. Proceed.
Are you going to be angry? Are you going to be angry at me today? I mean, let it all out, doggo. Let it all out. Shout. Let Larry out.
It's your show.
Wow, you know what? You are such a stone cold son of a bitch, but I'm going to make you smile before this show is over. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! You know what? Don't even start. Don't even start.
Can I just say that, did you hear that he who shall not be named is sober? now that he's moved to sunny California? Did you hear that? That he who shall not be named has now turned over a new West Coast leaf and is sober.
God bless. God bless America.
But Pat, the reason I want to bring this up
Geez.
because clearly there was a problem. Okay, right? Clearly there was some sort of duplicitous, scummy kind of leaning way into being like, this mafioso underground boss.
Yeah, he's
and
a
you and I both were burnt. You and I both were wrong. And I say, and I'm going to drink to this, I'm glad. I'm glad that no one else will have to tread the path that you and I fell hard on our faces on while dealing with he who shall not be named during the days of many drinks.
Now because
and all
he's
that
sober, he's going to be doing one-armed push-ups in the lobby of the airport like Rich Swann?
I mean, I guess he's probably going to erect a new shred shed. Remember the shred shed?
No, I have no recollection of anything you're talking about.
Well, I just want to give 3 snaps for April Fools. And, changing. You got to change sometime.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't follow shit, but doing these shows, commiserating. You know what I'm talking about? The commiserating, Pat. And just in passing, someone mentioned that to me, and I'm like, what? Yeah. So, our boy's sober. That makes one of us. Well, actually, 2 of us.
What are you nodding your head about? Who's 2? Who's the second one?
Well, think about it for a second. Who else do we know that's turned over a new leaf recently and
started saying their prayers and taking their vitamins?
Yeah, saying their prayers, taking their vitamins.
Yeah, another sellout.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? I'll never forget when I cut my beard and my hair really low around the time that Ring of Honor showed me the door. And Cheeseburger, of all people, was like, you sold out.
Yo.
I was like, no, motherfucker. I'm cashing out.
Greatest line of all time, Mick Foley. People say I sold out. Yeah, I did sell out. I sold out Madison Square Garden.
I can't say that I sold it out, but I was there for a sellout. Like I worked Madison Square Garden for a sellout crowd that Donald Trump was there for. WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump.
I don't even care. Larry, let me tell you about John Richter's recent, John Richter hasn't been around. He just donated another $25 super chat.
And got a new job.
He got a new jobby.
That prevents him from joining us.
By the way, the John Richter's super chats minus tax are going to pay for Larry's open bar birthday party ticket. You hear me?
Are we doing this?
Yo, Larry, this is a trick because I told you because of the super chats and all the YouTube, accumulated money since you've joined, that I owe you at the very least a fancy gentleman's dinner, perhaps at Parkside in Corona, New York. However, I feel like part of that should be that your open bar ticket should be paid to the party that shall not be named that I expect you to be at. And this way I can force you to be there because you know that the YouTube and John Richter has financed your open bar ticket. And by the way, I know you're driving. You just order drinks, give them to me, put them in my pocket.
I'm not going to drive to that.
Well, anyway. How was your trip? How was your New Jersey fucking jaunt? I was going to have a lot of news stories to talk about, a lot of notes. I usually Monday or Tuesday look through all the posts and make some notes. But today, Larry, is like the holiday of fake news. It's like fake news Christmas, dude. So I couldn't even believe anything that I was watching or seeing. So the only thing I really want to talk about is your 7 journey.
Mm-hmm. First of all, shout out to Kevin Gill. He was sick. Kevin Gill was sick.
But he was sick. He wasn't feeling well.
No.
Did he wear a mask? Did he wear a mask?
No, he did not.
So he was sick and maskless.
Maskless, sick. And he had agreed to courier Journey Fatu to the venue. But he was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay. I'm sick. And I like to think that I inspired him, or at least allayed his concerns by letting him know, brother, I got the broadcast. You co-pilot. I got this. And he stayed. And we bodied that shit. I mean, come on, it's me, you know. We had probably our best outing together, actually, with Kevin Gill sick.
Because he was sick and he shut the fuck up and you did your thing. I feel like that's what you're saying.
He talked. He talked.
Did he have lozenges?
Not as much. Not as much.
Alicia Cakey in the chat saying it was great seeing Larry at 7 last Saturday. Do you remember seeing a longtime friend of the Bullies, Alicia?
Of course. Alicia, is that, wait, so last week, that must have been Chicago.
No, this was New Jersey.
Oh.
This was Jersey.
I guess that was last. Yeah, I saw everybody, bro.
Jarsh.
I saw every fucker.
Every single motherfucker.
Yeah, and you know what? I could tell by the smell that a lot of them people in there had fucked some moms.
Huh.
Yeah, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Made a lot of money. Sold the last of my Slava 8x10s. You know, my Slava. You know, I recently am supplanted from XP Dub. But while I was there, I got my money's worth, including some 8x10s photographed by the great Slava. And I sold my last one in New Jersey. So I guess, less than a year removed? I was doing XPW last year, and Slava was photographing me, and I moved all them units. So that's always a good feeling, because sometimes you get things and you're like, am I just going to have this forever?
So before we get into what happened in New Jersey, just give me a controversial blanket statement. Put you on the spot right here. What show was better? What show had better energy, Houston or Jersey? Jarsh.
Well, Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what did I say? Houston, Chicago, or Jersey?
Well, Pat, I've been doing it for 22 years, going on 23, and I'm going to tell you that a sellout when there are no seats is always like kind of like greater than. Do you understand? Like it's greater than. So Chicago was a capacity sellout. Rikishi was there. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi was there. And New Jersey was also like a sellout. So I felt like that they both were, I hate to say it, but equal. I will say that there was not one bad match on either show, Pat. There wasn't one bad match on either show. So I mean, huh?
So let's get into New Jersey then. Let's get into this past weekend for you.
Okay.
5, 6, 8, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6. Doors at 7, Hate at 8. Whatever the name of the show was. Drew Gulak. No knee pads. The scariest thing a wrestler could do. Bare knee balls versus Drake Younger. Tell me about this. Tell me about your experience with this.
Well, they're two of the best in the game today. And I believe that in 2025, they both have a lot to lay on the table. So the fact that they were matched up was like perfect. Because it essentially was like hey, let's steal the show. And can you top this? It was like both of those kind of bravado. Like, we're going to have the best match on the show. And can you keep up in 2025? Do you understand what I'm saying? It was like both of those things were very much present in the clash, and they fucking delivered.
You love it. And obviously you added to the vibe, you added to the chills by giving them both excellent entrances and intros.
And commentating.
Wow, all night, huh?
Well, Bobby Documents was there. I don't know if you know or you're familiar with Bobby Documents.
Robert Docs?
But he was there. He was there, and he sat in for me. I think he sat in for me for Lucky versus Johnny Fatu.
How was that?
I mean, I got to film a lot of it and go outside and smoke. I kissed a boy.
A young boy? What kind of boy did you kiss? That sounded very odd, Larry.
Dude, there was a fan there that just loved me and just was hugging me and telling me how good I smelled. And, you know, when we were hugging, we were like pressing pelvises against each other and hugging. And he was just like, I just want to kiss you. And I was like, you can have a kiss? And we kissed right there, but then he slipped me the tongue.
Come on.
I lie to you not. And I was a little, I mean, everybody knows that I'm down for a little peck. Look at Germ T. Ripper from Chicago. I was in Chicago. Me and Germ T. Ripper, we shared a little peck. And I thought that's what this was going to be, but this guy was trying to hit a home run. So, yeah, Journey versus Lucky was amazing. Lucky's first match in 2025, I announced. His first match in 2025. Dude, there were so many milestones. I kind of wanted to be a mark and in the backstage area, be like, hey, Drake, hey, Masada, hey, Schlack, hey, Nikki, hey, Lucky, hey, Drew, hey, all of us CZW legacy motherfuckers, let's take a picture. But I didn't because we were on the show, and that's picture enough. But everything was good. Everything was good, Pat.
Chase in the chat says Lucky 13 versus Fatu was the show stealer.
Dude, it was okay. So I didn't commentate it because Bobby Documents kind of let me rest my voice because I had been commentating everything and announcing everything and selling all the merch. I'm now the merch girl of 7, if you don't know. Dana, merch girl for GCW. Ashley, mother of Brett Lauderdale's children and merch girl for GCW. I'm that for 7. I'm the mother. And I was just talking all night. Weak sound system, Pat. I know you know a little bit about a weak sound system.
What about Ken Dixon? What did your boy from Baltimore, Ken Dixon, wind up doing? I saw you were taking Instagram stories of him wrestling in Daisy Dukes. He looks great.
Well, he consulted me as I was like going upstairs to powder my nose. I was going upstairs to powder my nose. And he was like, Larry, jeans or jorts? And I said without hesitation, motherfucker, jorts. Jorts? I was like, bring the boots out. I'm like, bring the boots out. Because it also kind of like portrays an element of danger because there's so much glass and, tacks and barbed wire and boards. It's like, oh, this guy's like, his legs are exposed, So, yeah, I loved him in the jorts, and I loved his very old school match, which was very adjacent to Drew Gulak and Drake. Like, those two were like the real classic wrestling amongst all of this violence.
I could have put my money on that. I would have imagined that Drake would have wanted to have like a catch cats can.
Bro, they were rolling. Yeah. They were rolling.
Yeah. That's very funny. I can imagine. I can see that in my mind's eye.
Yeah. They rolled. They rolled. And Gulak's thick. He's much thicker than I ever remember him.
Oh, yeah. He's a thick boy. He touched, did he touch your or anybody else's in the building's sweatpants drawstrings while he was in attendance? Did he accidentally grab or swoop or tug at anybody's drawstrings? Because that's the thing. That's the thing, dude.
Not mine.
You're not cute enough.
I also didn't have drawstrings on my sweatpants.
Huge mistake by you, knowing Gulak was going to be in the building.
Yo.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you this. I will tell you this, Larry. Long Island's own, brand new, is announcing a tour. And if you look up what happened to the lead singer of Brand New, it's not unlike what happened to Drew Gulak. And whether they're guilty or innocent, they're both back on tour. And one way or the other probably went through a lot of emotional stress and had to look inward. So here's to sweet, sweet redemption. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll tell you this. I'm going to go watch Brand New fucking play.
I didn't approach that with Drew.
No, I mean, obviously not. It's been Yarsh.
But as we were like meeting and greeting each other and catching up, I said, how's your, and he didn't even let me finish. He was like, Roy's good.
Oh, wow.
His brother. Yeah. He didn't even let, before I was like, how's that? Cause I was like getting notes on my iPhone and, that was when I was disheveled. Okay. That was when I was disheveled. Okay. And I'm like, how's and he's like, Roy's good.
Why would you even ask?
because legacy. I mean, it's like if you
to me, in
you
my
get
mind, Gulak's on the bubble.
if you Pat attain the number of years that I've attained with like NYWC, like CZW, you're never gonna not ask about the motherfuckers that you. Who cares? Who cares? Care? I want to know how his brother is.
I feel like that's the last thing I would have asked him.
Well, it was about the last thing that I asked him because at these shows I don't get time to do much of anything besides work.
You looked good. You looked very good. I like that. I like that suit.
I'm gonna reveal something to you. It's really the blazer shirt bow tie combo that you like, because the pants I just rotate between two different pairs of pants.
Would you just have like tuxedo pants, black tuxedo pants on? I don't even remember.
Nope. You never really see the pants, but I had these shiny, almost like a luster of leather, but a poly blend pants on. I rotate between those and the tuxedo pants. But yeah, you like the blazer shirt, bow tie, glasses combo.
Of course I do. Of course I do. What kind of shoes were you wearing? What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Spike. They were spiked.
The spiked loafers?
Yes. The spiked loafers that Big effing Joe took off my feet in the Hart Ballroom and attempted to hurt, to besmirch the visage of Matt Tremont.
To maim.
Yeah, and Matt grabbed that shoe from him, and there's footage of it. Matt put that shoe back on my bare foot, because I don't wear socks when I wear the studded loafers. He put that shoe back on my bare foot, right in the door. Yeah, it was magic.
Holy shit.
Yo, can I say one thing? For those of you that don't know, Drew Gulak is a notorious ball buster. And just like how I said, commiserating. If you're Philly bred and you know what I'm talking about, he's a tremendous ball buster. Bro, right before I went to announce him against Drake, he whispers in my ear, "Get that wind up."
He shit in your bag.
Bro.
He jerked off onto your shoes.
But bro, I love that. Listen, Sag. Listen. Do you love that? Do you love when a motherfucker fucking pulls your punk card? Like right when you're doing whatever
I will tell
you're
you this,
doing,
Larry.
And you're like, okay, you want me?
Yeah, no,
Bro,
I do not take
you
kindly to horseplay or joshing around or any kind of big brother, little brother pranking, kind of like bullying. No. And you know what happens? I get activated. Don't
activate a motherfucker. But then it was like as I was walking away, I was like, dude, he knew what he was doing. He was second match. I'd already kicked off the broadcast. 10, 9, 8. I had already talked to everybody at the merch table over there. I had already commentated Phil and Sade versus Hoodfoot. I'm tired by match 2, Pat. This motherfucker, right when I put the microphone up to my mouth to say my first words, he goes, "Get that wind up."
Oh, that's cute. That's funny. I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
But you know what else that is though, Pat? That's CZ motherfucking
At
W.
least he didn't
You
jerk
understand what
off.
I'm saying? That's old school. That's old school, Pat. That's
No.
old school.
That's
That's the
awesome.
shit that I miss. I don't miss the packing princess picking up my
geez.
bag and moving my bag or setting up her fucking let's get everyone to sign the poster right near where I set my shit up to be away from everyone. I don't miss that. But I miss shit like a troll right when I'm getting ready to do my motherfucking thing
Yeah.
that a former WWE 205 Live Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
I miss that.
No, and
thank you.
I don't hate that comment. That's a fun-loving, in my
I
opinion.
love him. I love him enough to ask about his brother who's a pariah.
Well,
Because I care.
that's so sweet of you. And you know what, Larry? You're right. I should be more like you. I'm just playing devil's advocate, you know.
You're a December Sag.
I'm going to go watch Brand New perform in Long Island. So sue me.
You know, the UK chap that's been on my sofa, that's his name is Brand New. He goes by Brand New.
Brand New. What about Schlack and Masada as a tag team?
Can I reveal?
Please.
Schlack got hurt. Now,
he hurt his groin.
Listen. I am the commentator, so I'm just looking at what I'm seeing and I'm like, what is going on? Why is Schlack on the outside for as long as he is? Why is Nikki why is Masada the only one standing up? And true to life, if you listen to the show, I don't know if it's up yet, but if you listen to the show, I'm like really on commentary, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? It wasn't until after in the locker room that was like, yo, Schlack's like, yo, oh my groin. I'm like, oh, that's why the shit was like at the end, like, what's going on?
Up, dude. He tore or shredded his fucking groin loins, dude. His crotch muscles.
Well, it's probably from doing that guillotine leg drop with an assisted bundle of light tubes. You know, he's very prone to doing a guillotine leg drop off of the second rope on an opponent that's draped over the ropes. He did that in Chicago. Me and Schlack are older guys, Pat. You're not in your 40s yet, but me and Schlack,
I'll kill you.
We are. And
you don't know that about Schlack. You're not sure that Schlack's in his 40s, dude. I feel like Schlack's like 100.
He's probably a little bit older than that. He's probably a little bit older than that, bro. I'm just being nice. I'm being nice. But me and Schlack are older gents. Okay? He does this guillotine leg drop off the second rope with an assisted light tube, and that leg, he does a full split. And I'm like, there's only so much more of that you're going to be able to do, bro.
He fucked up his fucking groin, Larry. With you on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the actual joke is not that Schlack is 100. Kevin Gill is 100. Schlack is 23. But Deathmatch has aged him. You know.
I picked Shaq. Oh God, I can't even talk. I picked Schlack up from the airport in Chicago because we landed within an hour of one another. And I told him, from my perspective as an announcer that has seen all this shit transpire, I knew that he was a made man at that Janela Zandig fight. Remember the Janela Zandig fight where they went off the roof at the original Game Changer? Were you there?
No.
Okay. Well, the original Janela fight where
I
they
was
went
there
off
when
the roof.
Zandig hooked Schlack onto the hooks.
That wasn't the same show.
No, it wasn't. The Schlack hooks was a different show than the roof Janela thing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. The
Me
Hook
neither.
Show. Well, it's okay. The Hook Show that you were at. I was like, yo, this guy's gonna make it. I was like, this is not like a regular new
This guy's got it.
guy. Yes, dude. I was like, okay, he's in. He was young. He was young and new then, Pat. We didn't really know him. I didn't really pay him much attention.
He was only
But
19 years
stunt-
old, dude.
Dude, that stunt, I was like, oh, and I told him that when I picked him up in Chicago. I was like, yo, I want to just let you know that, having been around you forever in your career, even from when you weren't a wrestler, when you were just eat the turnbuckle, I was like, that day, I was like, oh, this guy's going places.
This guy's going places. I remember him being like just the weird guy that cleaned up at Tournament of Death. He had a yellow shirt on. And they were sweeping.
There's footage of Schlack cleaning. I must have been in Ring of Honor.
God,
I must have been in Ring of Honor.
The guy in the ring would push broom all of the light tubes directly into the garbage can that was held by Schlack. And Schlack would just get a snoot full of light. And I said, that guy's going places.
So I don't remember that. But listen, this is the biggest Easter egg of all.
Oh,
Him and Tremont used to sit behind the timekeeper's table in 2300 Arena for like my original CZW run. Like when I first started CZW, and I remember their faces, and Jimmy Lloyd used to sit right across from them. Jimmy Lloyd sat on the opposite side.
He was 7 years old, yeah.
Yeah.
He had the same hair.
Schlack and Tremont sat right behind me. They'd always say, what's up, Larry? Like when I came over there, and I'd be like, hey, guys, I'm busy. Because I'm busy. And Jimmy Lloyd used to sit over there with Meatball. He was a fan of South Philly fan we called Meatball. And I will never forget those faces out there. And now how I'm like announcing the motherfuckers.
I mean, Matt Tremont, living God. Living God.
Living God of the Chattanooga, the Red Bank. He's
Just
a god of the
living
Red Bank
absolute
now.
God, Matt Tremont. I like to joke around and shit on everything, but it's important to say, Matt Tremont, living God. Even though every single flyer you see him on is where he's like this with the tank, and it looks like he's got like little tits. It's like perfect cleavage. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking
I've
about.
loved him for years in spite of that photo, dude.
I mean, I consider him a living god because his first Tournament of Death, he came out with the Lil Wayne mugshot t-shirt. Like his first Tournament of Death.
He loves rap. He loves basketball.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that is just, listen to me carefully. That is just white trash good enough for me to instantly love your ass. Like I don't
think he's white trash. I think he's got the flavor and the culture within him. Like for real. Like he don't drink Faygo, he drinks fucking grape soda, dude.
I mean, but he also lived in his car for a while.
I'm so sorry, but it's true. I know him.
I mean, I understand what you're saying,
You
right?
know that it's
but
true.
like, yeah, I guess what we're both saying is true. Maybe you as a white man have a different idea of what white trash is as I do. Maybe.
Let's do some whippets, dude.
I've done them, but not out of a balloon.
So
Never
what?
done
Out of
them
the
out
tank?
of a balloon. Bro, I used to work for Starbucks Coffee.
No way. So you do like the empty fucking whipped cream things? You suck
Dude,
them?
that's how I learned about it.
No, come
I
on. You
saw
guys
it.
all get in the back and whip it?
Listen, Pat. Pat, I saw it in the Harmony Korine Classic Kids and didn't even know what I was seeing. And then when I moved to New York and I worked for Starbucks Coffee is when I actually was like, oh, this is what this does? Yeah, I never cracked a balloon. I always did it out of an empty whipped cream canister.
So somebody from Starbucks taught you that. And you guys, like, on a late Sunday night would go into the back room and suck on fumes.
Pat.
Yes.
It wasn't no late night. It was like at 6 o'clock. It was like at 6 o'clock in the early evening in the fucking walk-in where we kept the milk. I didn't know about nitrous. I didn't know that if you didn't put the heavy cream and the vanilla in the thing and you just cracked the shit, all that went in there was the nitrous. And I didn't know you could turn that shit upside down and go. And I didn't know that the same thing that I was watching on Kids with the balloon, when Casper's lips turned blue, I didn't realize that was the same. That what I was doing was that. But yeah, I got introduced to Whippets. I got introduced to dip. You know, dip. You know what? You know, a lot of the boys do dip. I got introduced to dip at Starbucks Coffee, and I got introduced to a lot of other things that I won't even mention. But yeah, Whippets are scary but great. They're scary like Salvia divinorum. If anyone's ever had Salvia extract, the extract, not the leaf, but the extract, they know how.
Oh my God, give me Salvia over Whippets any day, dude.
I mean, they're kind of like the same amount of fucked up, though. Like
well,
the same amount
in time, it's both like a 20-second intensity.
Yes, and then it's done, or you start to come out, or
I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot more with Salvia than I did with Whippets. With Whippets, I just felt like I was like a balloon.
Well, Salvia is diviner sage. It's diviner sage, so it's for a journey.
It's definitely It's definitely much more diviner than Whippets.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Pat, because both of them you are not in control. Both of them, you are not in control. You can basically just say the same thing over and over again, like "whoa."
Yeah, but for me, Salvia was a 6-hour acid trip folded into 40 seconds. So I definitely.
It's used by shamans.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a much more spiritual fucking journey.
Come on.
Whereas
dude.
like the Whippets was like just balloon brain for like a few moments, like stumble around, fall down.
But bro,
there were no profound thoughts or learnings within the Whippets.
No. I guarantee you, what you're talking about as far as profound thoughts or learning is after the trip from Salvia. Okay, it's as you're coming back to reality. Yeah, it's like, oh. But they both
no, but the journey.
They both do a thing to you where it's like, I'm not in the driver's seat anymore. I don't know what's going on right now. Both of them do that.
There's no comparison.
I disagree. Agree to disagree. Let's talk about wrestling.
Why don't you go suck on some Starbucks fumes with your Coca-Cola cup?
The stars will always shine.
Yo, so it was Nick Gage and someone else versus the fucking Murder Machine.
Come on, are you going to be that disrespectful? If Brian Gins were here, he would know it all.
Never heard of him. Nick Gage and who was his tag team partner, Larry? Remind me. I have a horrible memory. Remind me.
The Beverage.
The Bev. With all the love and respect of the world, I forgot.
The Beverage. From Youngstown, USA. The goddamn
Beverage and the
motherfucking
Nicholas
Beverage.
versus the Faces of Death.
Dude.
The Faces of Death.
Can I just say?
Please.
Can I just say, dude. When these motherfuckers, Masada and Schlack, came out wearing like hoods, like KKK hoods, and Crip blood bandanas. One of them had a fucking hood on like the KKK, and the other one had a bandana around his mouth like a blood or a Crip. When I saw them bitches come out with that music blaring and everyone standing on their feet, I was like, oh, they're getting it. I am about to fucking make these motherfuckers ready to be happy that they made the choice to come out here like a fucking bunch of robbers and bandits. And I'll tell you one thing. And thank you, whoever that fan was. There are always fans that as I'm walking from the ring from the main event intro that'll say to me like, good job, Larry. Like, oh, Larry. Like as I'm walking, I'm in a fugue state when I get done doing my shit for the main event. I'm like seeing stars. I'm about to fall flat on my face. And there's always like one or two fans as I'm walking up to do commentary that'll be like, good shit, Larry. And I'll be like, thank you. See, that's all I wanted. Because if you're telling me that, then I know that they felt it. I know that they felt it if you're fucking going out of your way to fucking tell me good. And that's something that MLJ I don't think he does. I don't think he gives a shit about. I love my December 4th.
That and he wears his pajamas. And he's a nerd.
Excuse me, Pat?
Yeah.
Would you, if you were not making my money, if you were making the Lauderdale money for a ring announcer, do you think that you would be fucking out there dressed in a fucking Starry Night blazer with a blood red bow tie and cummerbund and a black shirt and a Returning the Living Dead fucking lapel pin and studded shoes? Fucking spike studded shoes?
Yes.
No! You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I give what I give because they're giving me what they give me. And the reason that all my shit is
also
gone,
you're Larry, you know. You're Larry.
Well, I know my worth. I know my worth because of my mentor Ruckus. I know my worth. So these motherfuckers will pay me what I want and give me perks and give me everything that I want. And Danny DeMonto and Brett Lauderdale don't want to do that. They do not want to give Larry the perks. They want a $40 announcer.
A $40 announcer. New t-shirt up on Blvd Bullies right now. $40 announcer. That's me. Yo, sign me up. $40? I'm good, dude. Let's go.
Oh, you're a baby.
$40 announcer. By the way, also, before the end of the week, new Never Give Up John Cena shirts. As we were setting up, and as you were making me stress out, I designed all of them this evening.
Don't stress. Don't you ever stress. I'm coming.
WrestleMania.
I'm coming.
Never, period, give up.
I love that. Because I love that so much. I love that so much.
Never.
I love that so much, bro.
Give up.
I love it. I love it
I
because
just made all
you
the
know
designs.
why.
I'd love to drag them in and click away to them right now, but I can't. But the merch store's back up. Everything's fixed. Things on sale. Things for you. Things for me. By the way, also, got to tell you, Larry, we made $5 this month on pro wrestling tees. And I said, I got a PayPal. I said, what is this? 1 hour tees. So I follow the link. I go down the thread. I pull the yarn or whatever. And I looked at our prowrestlingtees.com/Blvd Bullies site. And there are 3 anti-wrestling wrestling t-shirts for $25 up there that are like dope colorways. Like, I forgot I did this. It's like purple tea, red font. It's like some dope. And I looked at it, I go, who did this? Larry. It was me. I did it. Years ago, dude. Years and years ago. So I'm so proud. Whoever bought that tea for, we made $5 on it. And that's all contributing to me and Larry's fucking dinner and our fucking open bar extravaganza.
Pat, I'm kind of like back to my no holds barred like merch sales at live events.
Yo, I saw your table in New Jersey.
Bro,
it looked stacked. It looked good.
I'm selling. I wasn't selling. Listen, I sold at the beginning of XPW. At the beginning of my like, hey guys, I'm here in XPW. I sold. But my most lucrative days were with the Packing Princess. When I was with the Packing Princess. Can I tell you something else? Let me stop you right there. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But, whenever I got hired as a ring announcer or even a person who was at the show, I would always bring my table and set up merch as a non-wrestling person, as a ring announcer, a commentator, or even like a Hokey type. I would bring in my own table. I'd set up the thing. But you, my friend, were kind of like, once again, the person who forged the path for non-wrestling personalities on the show to sell merch. Like the original, I've been wearing it for a few days. It's gone now. But the original, it's about to go down t-shirt. And you probably went through hardships. You probably had wrestlers yelling at you, even worse than they yelled at me for trying to sell my shirt. When you're a non-wrestler trying to sell your merch and you sell it better than the wrestlers, you incur wrath. And I feel like, Larry, all this to say, you probably, as a trailblazer, incurred much more wrath than I ever did. At first, I've even had people and the Dirty Daddy, Christopher Dickinson, put me onto this. I've even had people like put a hit out on my table because they were like, "Oh, let's fuck Larry's merch up."
Oh, like who? Tell me that story. Name names too. Air them out. I want to hear this. Who put a fucking hit on your table? Where, when, and who were they?
Why do you want me to air people out?
I want to know who. I want to know what tiny dick wrestlers put a hit on your table.
Well, I can't be 100% that was what happened, so I'm not gonna say nobody, but I know about putting hits out on people's tables, and I think that has happened to me, and that's why all of my merch is like in sleeves, like everything that you can buy at my table is in some sort of sleeve, so that if Judge Joe Dredd and Necro fight all over the place and start bleeding all over merch, they're not bleeding all over my shit exposed. But yeah, I'm back to my no holds barred. I'm back to my Edith numbers, my Packing Princess numbers, because people are coming over to me, and it might be just because I'm also like selling the 7 merch, which anybody can get me to do. That's what Ring of Honor. I used to do that at Ring of Honor. They used to get me to sell the merch. All you gotta do is ask, but like motherfuckers don't know how to ask. But Mike of SVN is smart, and he was just like, "Hey Larry, do you want to sell your shit right next to mine?" And I'm like, hell yeah. And even though in Chicago it kind of got sprung on me at the last minute, I made so much money in Chicago, and I'm also like made the same amount of money in Jersey. I'm like, oh, all that shit that I learned at Ring of Honor that I actually learned at MCW Pro, because that was my first job at MCW Pro. I'm like, I'm gonna apply it, and I'm gonna have a bag, and I'm gonna sell my merch, and I'm gonna sell their merch, and people are gonna take pictures with me. And Danny could have had this, or Brett could have had this, or DJ could have had this, but they just don't know how to ask. You
So
know?
what was your favorite entrance of the night? For people who are going to watch it when it comes out, what should they look for? What do you think your best intro of the night was? What match?
Main event, dude. Okay, hold on. So Brett in GCW almost
Who's
caught
Brett?
on to it. He's a Hoffman. Like Dustin, and Brett almost caught on to it, making me commentator in GCW. But I just want to say, DJ Hyde was the first to be like, oh shit, let's put Larry on commentary with MLJ. Okay. But bro, the best announcements that I do is with Kevin Gill on commentary. The main event and the kickoff are great, but you just, because I have to carry him because he was sick. He was
sick.
Yeah. So I had to be like, oh, what a goddamn motherfucking DDT. I had to be like that all night long. You know? Hold on.
What are you doing? What are you looking at?
The mat. I have a 21-inch iMac right behind me. I never turn it on. I never turned this on, but I'm turning it on now. And someone was like, yo, you should look at the chat and look at like the shit that y'all are doing like in real time. So I'm turning it on. How about that?
I like this. I like you being engaged. I like you being right
I don't
there.
get bro. Brian is the one who brought me on. I used to always be just in the chat. Remember? I used to always be in the chat talking about how much I love you. And Brian is the one who brought me on. Okay.
I never even fucking heard of whoever you're talking about, dude.
Have you heard of Sean Nazario?
No. I haven't.
Okay.
I don't have my finger on the pulse of all these new names.
Yo, we're live right now. WWN Live is live right now, and Jimmy Kimmel is live right now. That's the company that we keep. WWN Live, Jimmy Kimmel, and us are the live streamers right now. Oh shit. Hold on.
Hey, you know what?
Pulse of all these new names.
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
I'm looking at the fucking shit that we're doing right now. I'm seeing how I look. I'm seeing how you look. I never did this before.
Oh God.
I never watched us. MLJ sold me Delta 8.
Yeah, okay. Now you're seeing.
Damn, we don't even speak about Brian anymore, or Pat's joking. Wait, he's got an iMac? Zoom in from that device. Bro, Bald Steve, Brian is the one that I'm even doing this for. I have a bunch of shit. But I used to be in the chat with you. Brian is the reason that I even am on this. That's why I'm late. I don't care.
Because he doesn't respect me. Because he doesn't care and he doesn't respect me.
I respect you, but
can
you
imagine,
didn't ask me to be on here. Brian did. You
imagine
didn't ask me
a
to be on
person
here.
who would be on time for
you,
Brian?
Like now that I'm on and
not
I have
for
a
me.
bunch of shit, bro, but I'm not doing a podcast. You are. I'm not doing a podcast. So I can have the iMac, the 21-inch iMac on. I can see you. I can see the chat. What's good, Larry? I love you, Larry. I never did this because, like, I just got wrangled into this because I left ICW. I used to always be in the chat. Always.
Well, I mean, always.
Brian is the one who was
word.
like, yo, you should come on the show. And now, in addition to my mom and my godson,
hey,
and
Larry.
everything else, my cat, I've got to be here on time, or you're going to troll me about being late.
Do you want to argue?
Bro, I don't
want me
to
take
you
down a road where I
you want to argue?
Absolutely fucking dissect each molecule of your body and what you just said? Do you want to argue? Because I will have no problem. Absolutely eviscerating you right now. Is that what you want, Larry? Do you want to go head to head?
Do it.
Okay, Larry. Let me start off by saying your favorite part of the show. It's Larry's favorite part of the show that he hates to do. Talking about announcing, are you going to be back in Carnage Cup this year, Larry?
Yes.
Larry needs to trademark a new saying, the BBC of professional wrestling.
Done.
Did any of you guys catch Dark Side of the Ring? Larry, do you know that this is happening? The new Dark Side of the Ring episodes are coming out. The season premiere was...
Yes.
You watched it?
Yes.
Comments, thoughts, opinions?
We already knew all the shit about Mick Foley going off the cage in Pittsburgh. We're old school. We already knew that shit. They just put a lot of good music to it and had some narration for all the new bitches. We already knew this shit.
Jake!
They already did an A&E documentary about Mick Foley going off the cage. Most of us have already talked to Mick Foley face to face about going off the cage.
So it's nothing special, nothing to write home about.
No.
Give me a rating out of 10.
10. 10 out of 10 because we're in the conversation. All we want is for wrestling to be on everybody's lips. 10 out of 10. You see me, Jake? Yeah, Jake, you know what it is, bro. This is my show.
No, that was John. That was John. Jake says, Larry, I told you a long time ago, all these other people trying to be ring announcers are all running a race that you won a long time ago. And they have no idea the race is over. You are the best. Always have been, always will be. Love you, brother.
And when you're standing in the Hall of Fame, the world's going to know your name. And when you're standing in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's it. That's all I got for you.
Bring on Icarus.
Icarus,
is he
call
not
in.
here because of his godson? He's got a godson, too.
Anyway.
Actually, Icarus has 3 kids. Let me not disrespect the god. He's got 3 kids.
He's got 3 children.
I'm going to be at Carnage Cup. Nick Gage is going to be at Carnage Cup. Notice how all the shows that I'm doing now, Nick Gage is doing. Notice Nick Gage did like 5 years of GCW, and now that he's not with GCW, every show I do, Battleground, SCN, Carnage Cup, Nikki's on.
Hey!
Well, there you go,
fuckos.
Larry. Ask and you shall receive. Rhinestone
I heard
Cowboy
you
is a
calling,
smart guy.
Larry. I heard you calling, so I said, fuck it, I'll come early.
We threw up the Rhinestone bat signal. He could sense that me and Larry were about to jump through the Zoom and strangle each other to death.
I heard there was going to be some heat. You were just going to go off on each other. So I was like, fuck it, I might as well be the ref.
April Fools.
That goddamn April Fool's shit.
So,
Larry, what's going on at 9 o'clock on YouTube?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on at 9 o'clock on YouTube? Isn't it that severe violent nature? Isn't that what's on there? 9 o'clock p.m.
what's happening?
on
What's
YouTube.
happening at 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock for free on YouTube, Severe Violent Nature, where you get to see Phil fucking Insane whooping ass.
Wait, what
Yo.
show is
Some
this?
dog
What
dog.
promotion is this?
Have on.
Hot. Hot.
Been sipping on too many Mickeys. You've been sipping on too many
No,
Mickeys
that's
and
not
you're
true.
fucking retarded.
You're right. I have been sipping on too many Mickeys, but even if I wasn't, that would not be in my radar or on my radar in any way. And I would defer to
Let
you
me tell
guys
you
to
something.
inform me about it.
Yo,
I
who's doing the
smoked some-
Blvd Bullies versus the world? You're
I
asking me
smoked
about
some
the show in New
Zaza and I'm
Jersey.
amped up.
You're asking me about the show in New Jersey. Icarus is telling us that everyone can watch it live. And you don't even know.
Is that the name of
And
the
if you
show?
got
What
the
was the name of the show
bundle-
again?
I can't really say that. I can't say a name. I know it's Sevon.
It's going live at 9.
Not live. Not live.
It's
It's
getting
just it's
premiered.
gonna be
It's
off.
available at 9.
Once again, us. Do you see how we move the needle? Everybody's watching
Yeah,
me.
and they decided
They
to do
wanna
it right
see me
after our
drunk.
show. They decided to do it right after our show. Not at 8, but at 9.
I have no more booze.
That's
I'm
good
so
timing.
mad. I'm so
That's good.
mad.
So, Icarus, what's happening?
With what regard is happening? I smoked some Zaza earlier, and I'm flying on a whole different pedestal right now.
What are your opinions on the high of Whippets versus the high of Salvia, intense Salvia?
I'm a bath salts kind of dude. But Salvia was a good time.
Yes. We all love the salvia extract.
I don't know. Larry, that deuce is something else. I was in rehab once, and my God, I did some deuce in a quarter, and I thought I was something else.
Fan questions. Rhinestone, how long have you been growing your beard for?
Since birth.
There you go.
Since birth. No.
Jimmy Controversy
16.
versus Slack just announced. Where and when? I'll be there.
No, you won't.
You're right. I'm not going to I would never.
You don't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah. How dare Larry? I'll go
Hey.
somewhere to have a match
Hey,
with
Patrick.
you.
Hey, Patrick. I heard you talking about that dark side of the ring. You know who's on tonight?
Who?
Ludwig Borga. You remember Mr. Exit Only? You remember that guy?
Ludwig.
His real name was Tony.
Did
Tony
you watch
Hamlet.
this? Did you watch this Hell in the Cell Dark Side premiere?
Yeah, like Larry said, we already know that.
It's
We know
everything
it
we've
all.
already known.
But it
We're
was done
educated.
very well. It was done like another blaze over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was done with another glaze.
What was the doctor's name? Francois?
Yeah,
That guy
Dr.
was pretty
Francois. I
interesting.
heard that they got him.
They should bring him on there. He seems pretty interesting. Francois.
Larry, we're getting
Petite.
questions
Petite.
from the chat, and I'm going to give this to Larry, and I want Ryan Stone to comment. Thoughts on the final show of the H2O Center, and furthermore, final H2O Center memory. Larry first. I have none, by the way.
H2O doing that Tremont versus RSP.
Yeah, that would have to be mine too. Tremont versus RSP retirement.
Bro,
Number one moment.
it was so hot. It was so sweaty in that fucking shit. And COVID was at an all-time high. So to me, that statement that we don't give a fuck. We'll die for this. We'll die to be in a fucking building to watch the shit that we want to see.
It was an unmasked
high.
COVID
Dude,
extravaganza.
we didn't give a fuck, bro. Danny was doing outdoor shows. Brett was doing whatever he could do. But Tremont was like, bro, let's die. Let's die for deathmatch
Let's
wrestling.
all get inside and die.
Everybody turned out. Everybody was hot. Everybody was sweating. And we were just like, yo, this shit is fake.
Icarus, favorite H2O memory, comments, thoughts, concerns?
They were all great memories, honestly. I love that place. It was an atmosphere. But my worst experience there was when I did Combat's Fights Unlimited. And it was Masha taking on Akira. And it was hotter than fucking there to the point where the fucking wires were cutting off on the cameras. It was so hot in that bitch. But Tremont.
It was last summer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But Tremont always getting up in that bird's nest is something.
I as well experienced some old hot times in that building when Leo Rush got released from WWE. One of his first matches back was against Joey Janela for GCW at the Pier. But one of his second matches back was against Brian Cage for VXS at H2O. And, after I got into all of that shit with J Rose, remember when I sunned J Rose online? And I was like, bro, you did the announcement so fucking bad. Bro, you did the worst job of all on Leo's intro out of WWE. Like, when I got to announce him for VXS against Brian Cage, I just remember him during the intro, like, laughing. Like, he was, like, laughing that, like, he was finally getting his fucking welcome back to where he came from after doing all the 205 Live, the NXT, and main roster, not main roster. I just remember him, like, laughing when I did his intro because I did it the way he wanted it. So that is another milestone for me. Tremont versus RSP, Tremont's last match. That, and I guess also when I fought Chad Spectacular. I fought Chad Spectacular. It was me, one of the Hatfields, not Dasher, but one of the Hatfields, the baseball kids. And not Mean Lean Kathleen, but another broad. I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
Yo, a lot of great wrestling moments this week. Did you see that Mickey Knuckles got a third eye? By the way, just a week after talking about her getting absolutely demolished on the car windshield. Drew McIntyre gets demolished on a car windshield. And then over the weekend at GCW, Mickey Knuckles, dude, her eyes are now misaligned. She's all sewn up. She's all fucked up. And then I saw that she posted that with an eye patch on, she took her kid to get braces. Rhinestone, care to comment? What do you know about this?
What about Mickey being a badass? I mean, she's always been a badass. I mean, she likes to get hurt, and she does it well, and she makes it look good. It's Auntie Mickey. But when you got a kid, you got to do what the fuck you got to do. If you're missing a limb, you still got to take them to fucking doctor's appointments and shit.
No, I mean, I'm not even saying it disparagingly, all the respect in the world, but I just feel like she survived that absolutely brutal front windshield choke slam, which was all head and neck.
She survived that scaffold shit from fucking Judge Joe Dredd.
No,
I mean,
to me, that's not even as brutal as just 4 feet in the air straight down on your head on a car windshield. A scaffold is a more planned, more like bumpy type of thing. Just aim for the center. Larry, care to comment? Am I bugging?
Yo, the most extreme shit that motherfucking bitch has ever done is the fact that she's been doing it for as long as she has.
So many
is the
yards.
fact that we can look at footage of her breaking her fucking, what is it, tibia, femur? I don't know. Struggles does. But like whatever she broke back in IWA Deep South, she's the godmother.
I'm just saying
of this shit.
I agree with you guys. I love her.
True,
but she
true
took
facts.
that, like, a scaffolding, a jump, all these things in her modern, run. But that chokeslam on the car was brutal. And then she got, I guess, I don't even know what happened at the GC Dub, but I saw the ambulance photos, the fucking hospital photos afterwards, where her eye was like, her left eye was swollen 3 inches below where it should be, with like stitches and all this shit. You guys see this shit?
Yes.
All right, I'm just saying I'm concerned and I love her.
There's no reason to be concerned. She's all good. She's all good. It's another Friday to her.
This is her life. This is her life.
This is my life. This is my life. Rhinestone, what was your favorite wrestling thing of the week? Give me like a few favorites of the week. Give me some thoughts of a cowboy.
I only have one, and I'm going to tell you. I'm gonna just say it 40,000 times. Phil Insane Hoodfoot. All I gotta say. Phil Insane Hoodfoot. My guy has been busting his ass to get in this business, and he's finally doing a damn thing. I love
this. This was the 7 New Jersey.
Word.
Larry, tell us about it.
I mean, it was the first match. That's always a very important place to be. The first match is very, very important, bro. It's very important. And Hoodfoot knows that.
Yeah.
And I had a non-wrestling fan. I had a non-wrestling fan with me. And after the show, I was like, yo, what was the best match? They were like, without a doubt, the Hoodfoot match, and it should have gone on last. So think about that. Hoodfoot was first.
It was blunt force, wasn't it, Larry? It was blunt force trauma. It was blunt force trauma, wasn't it? That was the stipulation.
I mean, I think you know a little bit more than I do because it wasn't a tournament. But yeah, that sounds about right. That
It's like a
sounds about
book.
right.
Yeah.
And it set the tone. You understand what I'm saying? It set the tone. And everything followed after that. It is a very important place to be. And they delivered big time.
Matt McHugh says his walkout song was Years Spent Cold. I did not know that man until that night. I love that man.
Get familiar, because he ain't going nowhere and he deserves it. The man's really a butcher in real life, so it's not a gimmick, people. It's not a fucking gimmick. He's a butcher in
It
real
was
life.
the Mad Butcher versus the Saucy Butcher.
That's classy right there. I like that. That's classy.
I love this guy. I'm ready
I
for
don't
this
have
guy
to get
as
my
well. now.
godson tonight. I don't have to get my godson.
You don't have to.
No.
Well, great.
Are we doing a giveaway?
I don't know. What happened last week? I just read the comments.
I said I would give this away. I said I would give this away. Are we gonna do it?
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Give me the person who won so I can send them.
Last
this.
week, we already decided who was going to win the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 giveaway.
They might have got
Can you
popcorn and
give me
everything.
their address so I can give them this and we're not charlatans?
I don't know if I can.
Please do.
What do you guys else want to talk about? You want to end early?
And
Is that fine? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look, bro, I got it all. I need addresses. I need addresses to send this shit out. It's all here. Give me addresses.
We're Patrick, we got a big thing to talk about, and I'm gonna bring this up because everybody forgets it.
Please.
Remember that time Nick Gage was on the show and said, "Hey, I'll never be in Carnage Cup. I'll never be in Carnage Cup. Nicolas Cage is in Carnage Cup."
Did he say that? Did he say that on the show?
Yes, he did. You better circle back. He said, "I will never go back to IWA Deep South. Nicolas Cage is coming back to Carnage Cup."
Hold on, I'm picking my nose.
First
What, tell me about this. Tell me more.
Nicolas Cage is the very first entrant that has been announced for the Carnage Cup.
Good. Well, good. That's all I have to say.
So, when somebody says something on Blvd Bullies, it's probably not true, and they're probably going to do it anyways.
It's probably the opposite is going to happen.
Yeah. Opposites attract kind of thing. Also,
I guess, and we were all pontificating like that. Even Nick speaking to us from that park, perhaps it was even all a work or a misdirection for him to hit the bells at Hammerstein. That hasn't happened, and furthermore, he is fully unchained from Bret the Hitman.
he's everywhere.
And he's everywhere.
He's on everything. He's everywhere.
Larry, what was it like being with Nick? Did you have any interactions with Nick over the weekend? Tell us about it. God damn it.
He told me that
Larry?
I'm here. He told me that I bring a type of energy that no one else brings to like the onset of a show. He said that he told me that is your gift. He told me that like when you start this show, like you like bring like a type of like feel to it that nobody else does.
Are you sure it was Nick, or was it like Chad Mins or an AI or somebody in disguise?
Chase said in the chat it's AI, and that's good shit.
Yeah, that interview cannot be held in canon because we're still not sure it was Nick even. You know, if the guy is wandering through a park and then his phone dies, how does it come back to life in 2 minutes?
He might be a clone, you know, like Demolition Man cryogenically freezing sons of bitches. You know, the real Nick could be cryogenically frozen somewhere.
You think the only way he would be able to be on that path to meet those types of elites are through Jericho?
I mean, Carnage Cup, he wasn't going to be there. Now he's fucking there. And I'll be back for King of the Kill 3 this year with STF Media. So I'm saying that too. So, yep.
What else is going on?
There's nothing. Everything's falling into place like I want it, and I like it. I like it. It's good shit.
Larry, you seen any good movies lately? What's the last movie you seen? Rhinestone Cowboy, what's the last movie you seen?
Yeah.
No, it was a movie with fucking Vince Vaughn, and he was in a prison. He was like a head honcho in a prison.
This show sucks.
It was
This
Vince
show
Vaughn.
sucks.
I can't remember everything. You don't remember everything, so how you
I
gonna
remember
ask me to
nothing. I don't remember.
That's
anything.
Alzheimer's. That's Alzheimer's. You could get an AARP card right now and be.
You know what? Look, we got a few minutes left. Let's talk about mainstream wrestling. Let's talk about WrestleMania. What are you smoking now? What is this?
It's dabs, dude. It's a dab. Larry
He's
knows
a
I'm
dabber.
a dab guy.
He's a dabber. I don't dab unless I'm at the Carnage Cup.
He'll be dabbing. He'll be dabbing.
Yo, shout out TJ and friends for filming 7.
He was there. What was he wearing?
Bathrobe.
No, come on. I don't believe you.
Bathrobe, trapper hat, Uggs.
Fucking love that guy, dude.
Bathrobe, trapper hat, Uggs.
Yeah,
shout out.
Maybe next week we should do it.
Listen, he was IWTV. He was IWTV for that shit that premieres at 9 tonight. In what? 19 minutes? In 19 minutes, that shit that premieres tonight, all TJ and friends.
I love these announcements that you've been doing. You've been doing announcements like these little cameos for the Eat the Turnbuckle, Stabbed in the Face fucking documentary on Netflix you posted. And then they fucking trotted you out. They said, Larry, we're going to shoot.
It's not on Netflix. It's not on Netflix.
Amazon Prime.
That's what I said, Amazon.
Pay attention to shit. He doesn't pay attention to anything.
That's what I said, Amazon. I said Amazon Prime.
You can rent it for $3. You can buy it for 10. I think that's how it works. I think that's what it is.
And guess what? Guess what?
It's narrated by.
I get money. If you do the stabbed in the face, I actually get money. Unlike on this podcast.
And we filmed
Larry, I just told you I'd take you out to dinner.
That ain't money. That ain't money.
All right, Larry, I'll tell you right now. We've already bet $1,000 if Homicide's going to come back at MSG, which you now, as far as I'm concerned, owe me. So if you show up on time for 10 straight weeks, you won't owe me $1,000.
What is time?
8:43.
All right, I think it's about time to end the show.
Come on.
I'm over it.
We need Ginzy and Sean back.
Wow, okay. Now I'm really over it.
Yo, the show is called Blvd Bullies featuring Larry Legend.
Yeah, because I want to pay your
called-
proper respect.
I love it. I just showed it on Reddit.
All right, I'll change it right now. I'll change it moving forward.
Don't you dare. We have 17
I will.
more
No, I
minutes
think I
to
will.
talk about Monstrom.
No, I think I will change it.
17 minutes to talk about Monstrom.
What's
did y'all
Monstrom?
see did y'all see Cena and Cody exchange barbs in London? Did y'all see Cena and Cody exchange barbs in London?
That was a pretty good little exchange there. I could appreciate it.
It was good.
I think
it was good.
I honestly think Cody might have got him. I think Cody might have got him with the final one that he said. He might have got him.
Cody got him with the final one, with the walkout. All right, bye. I just want to remind you of one thing. They never cheated that at me.
That was harsh. That got to John. That's always bothered Cena. That he's 5 moves.
Because he can wrestle. He can wrestle like Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan in Japan was something else.
Well, I mean,
my favorite series of John Cena matches was against AJ Styles. The trilogy of John Cena versus AJ Styles, where AJ was still new to WWE, and he pushed John Cena to take some like new tricks out of the bag. He gave him like a second rope famouser. He gave him a fucking code red. You know,
isn't AJ getting beat up by fucking Logan Paul now though?
Yeah, AJ got to take Logan Paul's new finisher the other night.
Yeah, what's that finisher?
AJ's dope though. Listen, if he decides that he's okay with getting paid a ton of money to put up Logan Paul, I'm okay with that. Whatever AJ wants, I'm okay with. The guy's got kids. He's got like 10 times as many kids as you.
I only have 3, Pat.
He's got 30.
That's a baseball team.
He's got a little Georgia Little League baseball team.
Jeez. Put him up for adoption.
You know what the problem with Logan Paul is?
Everything?
No, it's that he's too good and that they're afraid to put him in the top tier storylines because they know that the actual fans will flip out. Like if Logan was involved in the main events, the actual fans would be very, very, very angry. And I feel like Triple H doesn't want to do it either, but they put him with fucking LA Knight. They put him with AJ Styles. And he's like so much better and more over than those guys. And whoever wins or loses, whether he does the job or not, like he's just, he should be a level higher. And I hate him. And I fucking hate him. But I'm just saying. So what, he's going to go WrestleMania versus AJ Styles? Just like some throwaway match, some bullshit match. Who cares who wins?
Well, Pat, you always got to have like your kind of classic matches in WrestleMania. You're kind of like, oh, I don't really care about who wins this, but it's WrestleMania.
No,
so I want to see
it'll be when it's still light out. You know, it'll be one of those when it's still light out matches. And it'll be a great display. I'm sure it'll be great. It'll be great for the package.
I don't know about. I would say pre-Icarus. I would say
They-
pre.
Maybe not
yeah,
pre, but
done-
definitely
they've done some
definitely
shit.
when the sun is still up.
third,
No, Logan Paul.
fourth.
Logan Paul. Ah, fuck.
All right, let me ask you this. Point blank. Night 1 has already been announced, main event. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman cried and kissed CM Punk on his lips, and he still owes CM Punk a favor. Night 1, what happens? Main event, the triple threat.
Heyman goes back with Punk, and Punk's a heel.
Okay, Icarus?
I think Punk's gonna win, and then he's gonna somehow end up with a title match for that belt when Cena wins.
All right, so that's exactly where I'm headed with this. I don't know if this is likely, but this is my dream. Because think about the Mankind era. Think about the era we grew up in. Yo, the title would change on Sunday, and Monday it would change right back.
I just don't think that Paul Heyman can fucking really turn on Roman, like fully. I
Nah,
don't think
dude,
he can really
he
do
doesn't.
it.
Owes
turn
him a
on him.
favor.
Yeah, the
Owes
favor.
him a favor.
All right, so
And
here's what
Roman's gonna
happens.
know that favor's coming, though. Roman's gonna know that favor's coming.
No,
but
so
he's still gonna.
so here's what happens. Is that like Roman wins the triple threat, right? Paul doesn't get involved. Roman wins. Cena wins the title, right? And then on Monday, Cody comes out and goes like, I'm owed my rematch. But then Paul comes out and goes, no, no, no. CM Punk is going to fight Cena. Because that's the favor that I owed him and CM Punk. And that's the way that they get the title off of Cody and to CM Punk. You feel me? And the Monday after WrestleMania is like Attitude Era. It's like Netflix. Because, yo, think about it. They're probably going to make more money off Netflix streaming Monday than they are going to make off of 2 nights of Peacock. Because the Peacock deal's a dead deal. So they're going to stream WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 on Peacock. It's dead. They're going to save it for Monday. This is the probability that I feel. Am I insane?
No.
I think Punk's winning night 1.
Oh, see, so Punk wins night 1, and that's the
100%.
secret clause that there was the favor that Paul Heyman put in the contract. But basically,
You
on
win night
Monday,
1.
Cody calls for his rematch against Cena, and Punk slips in due to the favor and wins it from Cena.
Well, you got to figure The Rock's going to be there too.
Yo,
I
I
mean, you
think
gotta
The Rock
figure
is
that.
out.
It's WrestleMania. His ass is going to be there.
Well, did you hear all of this pontification that, you know, The Rock did the kill him sign. The Rock basically like seemingly possessed Cena, right? But then in every single Cena appearance since that, he has not mentioned The Rock. Cody and him have not mentioned The Rock at all. There's been no like, this is why I turned. The Rock promised me this.
The one that
Apparently,
just
The
happened.
Rock took his ball and went home. That's what they're saying.
The one promo that Cody brought him up last night. He brought him up last night in a promo.
Oh, okay. So
He's like,
I
at least I
didn't
didn't
watch
at least
last
I
night. What
didn't
happened
sell out
last
to
night?
The Rock. At least I didn't sell out to
How
The
did you
Rock.
not
or
watch
something.
last night when we got a show?
Did you watch last night, Larry?
No, but I listened to Cornette and Dave Meltzer. I listened to Cornette and Dave Meltzer and Alvarez. I listened to all that shit today.
I watched Wrestle Talk highlights. That's what I watched.
Yeah, I watched it on Instagram. I didn't even think you were gonna have the bandwidth to even get here.
Well, I'm dual wielding my homes, Pat. I know you can't empathize with that, but I'm dual wielding my home.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Okay.
I'll broadcast. Maybe I'll broadcast next week from my aunt's house.
If you show up,
Maybe I won't.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, we'll see.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the show.
It's 8:53.
Oh, I know you got
You
your
keep
finger
my
on the
ass
clock
on here
because,
till 9.
because when it's
I don't gotta get
9:01,
my God
because
done.
when it's
You
9:01,
keep me on here till 9. Talk to me more
no,
about what I'm doing this weekend.
so sure
You know
that
I'm
you
doing
know
shit this weekend
what
too, Pat.
time
Why
it
don't you ask
is.
me about it?
I'm so
Ask me
sure
about
you
what
know
I'm doing
what time
this
it is.
weekend since we have 7 more minutes.
Sure.
I mean, I was late,
I'm
so we might
so
as well
sure.
go a little late because I was late.
I'm so
Right?
sure that you know what time it is because when it's 9:03 and we're rocking and rolling, you will fucking put your face right to your face of your watch and cut us off and kill us. When we're rocking and rolling, it's 9:03. But when I'm ready to go home at 8:50, you can't even understand. You frozen?
He might be.
I think he might be frozen.
You froze him. You Medusa's his ass, and now he's frozen.
Fucking Medusa him. I seduced him. Look at his face of disbelief.
7, 9 o'clock, YouTube. Ludwig Kaiser, Dark Side of the Ring. That's what's on tonight. There you go. I said Kaiser. Ludwig Borga. That's his fucking, exit only guy.
So basically,
Why
what do we
would he-
need the
why?
fans to do?
Why did he need to get exit only tattooed over his ass? I'm kind of, I don't understand.
All right, so at 9 o'clock, you guys have two choices.
Two choices.
You can either subscribe. I don't think Larry's frozen. I think he's playing a bit.
You pissed him off.
I
He's
pissed
had
him off,
enough.
and I think that he is committed to being a statue,
Cryogenically frozen.
living a lucid dream, where he has a podcast with Kevin Gill instead of me.
And Ginsburg's on it.
And Ginsburg's on it, but and Sean as well.
Well, Sean's STF Media, so that's really no problem.
Right? He held court for you guys.
Hey, he's been doing his fucking thing, so I respect old ringside Sean.
No, yeah, I mean he's awesome for a bitch.
I set you up there for the eat at the end.
I'm sorry. No, he's fine. Everyone's fine.
Except for Larry.
No, who's absolutely frozen and angry.
He's waiting until 9 o'clock. So
Look
he can
at
tell
him!
you.
Look at him! He just moved! This
He
guy's
moved
this guy's out of control, dude. Wow, you didn't even blink.
Larry's going to be a mime at Carnage Cup this year, and he's practicing.
A minstrel.
A mime, yeah.
I don't
Them
even
pearly
know what to
whites.
think
I wish I
anymore.
had teeth that white, Larry. What is your hygiene? How many times do you brush your teeth?
No, what's your problem?
Dude,
2 times, 3 times. You floss daily.
dude, I smoke cigarettes.
I smoke
so I'm
too.
anal. I'm anal about my teeth
That's the secret.
because I smoke. I'm anal. I'm anal about my teeth because I smoke. So I carry toothbrushes with me everywhere, and toothpaste and mouthwash.
Some fucking white ass teeth, man. God. Once again, Larry's showing up, well dressed with pearly white ass teeth. and embarrasses everybody that's around him.
That's why they want to kiss my mouth.
And your hot dog, apparently from the man that wanted to get too close to you.
And hey, let me tell you something. The St. Michael's Mutual Club, $3 glizzies, $1 chips, $1 soda. That's America.
Now, does it have condiments already on it, or is it like...
Hold on. I forgot to tell y'all the best thing about the St. Michael's Mutual Club. All drinks at the bar, $5. Everything that you can ever think of to order from the bar, vodka and Red Bull,
$5
and straight beer, everything $5. Everything at the bar, $5. I love it, dude. I love it.
$5 ain't bad. I wish they would change the
Takes care of
prices
their
at
tip.
Logan Square. You ever been to Logan Square Auditorium? Them drinks are
Indeed,
like $15,
I have.
$16.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've been there.
Need to bring them.
In Mass, right? It's in Mass.
No, it's in Chicago.
Oh, never mind. I've been to
Logan
another
Square
square.
Auditorium. Logan Square Auditorium.
Larry, who do you think is going to win the belt between John Cena and Cody Rhodes?
The Rock.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking with bringing out that belt that was like his own belt a year ago? Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
The Muhammad Ali belt.
Yeah, but Muhammad Ali's grandmother gave him the People's Championship.
That's what it's all about, man. It's all, you know.
He's the people. He's going to be the president of the United States, Pat.
I want Cena to win so the spinner belt can come back. I'm not even going to bullshit.
I so badly want Cena to win as well.
Spinner belt. If it's not spinner belt, I don't really give a shit, honestly.
Yo, final thoughts and accoutrements. Keep a lookout. Blvd Bullies store is back online. I had to fashion it. I had to categorize it and spend $50, free shipping, a whole bunch of dope shit within this week. Never, period, give up T-shirts.
I love it.
I love it
so much.
John Cena final road to WrestleMania run. Never, period, give up. Halloween shirts on sale. Fucking Blvd Bullies long sleeves on sale. Buy Larry's Juicy Hot Dog t-shirt. All those things happen.
Gone.
And by the way, within the week, Insides of Cinema show posted, revealed. Me, Schlack, Bald Steve, talk about movies. We were going to talk about it once a month, but it took me a month to edit.
It's 9:01.
Oh,
9:01.
Jesus fucking Christ!
It's 9:01.
Jesus fucking Christ! I swear to
Blame
fucking
Bald Steve. He's
God!
It's 9:01.
Out of time!
Damn, Pat, sorry.
And by the way,
right?
everything I just mentioned, just engage with Blvd Bullies. But if you are a hater of ours, die slow.
Yo, Gage said that. Gage said that at the end of the Chicago show.
What happened?
He said die slow.
What happened now?
At the end of the Chicago show, Gage said, and if you're a hater, die slow.
Who said that?
Said, and if you're a hater at the end of the Chicago show. Yeah.
Who said that in Chicago?
Gage. Nick Gage, who does our
He
intro.
said die
Nick
slow.
Gage,
Nick Gage said die slow.
He said it.
He said, and if you're a hater. This is what I'm saying. He didn't just say die slow. He said it, if you're a hater, fucking die slow.
Are we in a gang? Are we now in a gang?
I don't know.
Hey, everybody watching, you could go ahead and watch this IWTV, whatever the thing that these guys were saying.
9 o'clock.
Or you could tune in to Blvd Bullies on Twitch and watch the post show where we're going to play video games and continue along our bender. But if you're our enemy, don't watch anything we fucking do. Just share it to your friends so they can understand that we will piss on them. And anybody else who doesn't fucking buy merch from fucking Rhinestone or Larry or myself, BlvdBullies.BigCartel.com, go ahead and die slow. At a time. Bye-bye. Ugh.